Please subscribe and like the video.
Alright, so this is the case it came in, the top RuneScape Old School Top Trumps Limited Edition. And now I'm going to try and open these without ruining it. It's at the top, I think, these ones. Here we go. Oh, they got that nice new card smell too. Okay, so Old School RuneScape. How to play. So it's actually a game. I'm going to read this. I wasn't going to. I was just going to go through the cards, but considering it's an actual game and people might want to know how to play, any number of people can play Shuffle and deal the 30 cards face down. Each player holds their card so they can see the top card only. The player to the dealer's left starts by reading out a stat from their top card. Example, max hit 60. The other players then read out the same item. The one with the best or highest value wins and places all the top cards, including their own, to the bottom of their hand. It is then their turn to choose an item from the next card. If two or more cards share the top value or data is not available, then all the cards are placed in the middle and the same player chooses again from the next card. The winner of the round takes the cards in the middle as well. The person with all the cards at the end wins. So it says here, combat level difficulty to defeat in combat. If you played RuneScape, by the way, this will all make sense. Max hit, highest damage that can be inflicted in combat. Boss kills, times killed in OSRS in Feb 23, lowest wins. Height, estimated IRL height from the ground up meters, year, date added to OSRS, oldest wins. And there you go, because it's old school. And so it says K equals thousands, M equals millions. It's pretty easy to understand. And the data sources from the old school RuneScape wiki, which is a really good wiki, and or JXLTD, information correct as of February 2023. Cool. So it's maybe a bit dated, but for the cards it won't matter. So that's how you play. Now I know some people also don't rate the RS wiki, but it's pretty good wiki. I gotta say, for the other wikis that I've seen, it's pretty good. The official one too, not the crappy one. Oldschool.RuneScape, the best retro fantasy MMORPG on the planet. Old School unites the intricate mechanics of modern MMOs with nostalgic gameplay reminiscent of early role-playing games. It's the only MMORPG in the world that is truly shaped by its players, with developers releasing new regular content that has been voted for by the fans. And it's a guy with Bandos and an Abyssal Whip with an Infernal Cape on, and that's actually what they use for their live stream art, and also I think it's on the Jagex launcher now, the official Jagex launcher. So if you haven't already, make sure, if you play the game, make sure you get that done. I've actually got to do it myself because it's really good. Okay, so starting with Commander Zilyana. Combat level 596, max hit 27, boss kills. Okay, I'm not going to go into all this every card, I'll just let you look at it. But the year it was at is old, so that's going to be a good one. I'll read this. So, one of the last of her kind, Zilyana is the Icene general who leads Saren's forces in the God Wars dungeon. She is fiercely loyal to her god and determined to claim the god sword in his name. There you go, Commander Zilyana. General Graador. One of the few orcs still roaming Gielinor, General Graador has the unusual for his kind combination of strength and tactical prowess. This versatility has made him fit to lead Bandos forces in the God Wars dungeon. Tsutsaroth. Of all the demons found on Gielinor, few are stronger than those of the Tsutsaroth tribe, and of that tribe, none can claim to be stronger than Krill. When it came to picking a leader of Zamorak's armies in the God Wars dungeon, he was the obvious choice. In God Wars. And another God Wars one, Kree'arra. With the Aviancy, followers of Armadil found themselves under attack by those wishing to claim the God Sword, Kree'arra was dispatched to protect them. Now he conserves broken shards of that mighty weapon and fights to reclaim the rest of Nagoble's dungeon. And next, so this one was added in 2022, so it's a newer one. The powerful general of an ancient god Nex was imprisoned long ago, far beneath the Goble's dungeon. Her strength is so immense that during one escape attempt, all 4 opposing armies in the dungeon united to stop her. Tztok-Jad. For the Tsar of Mor you wreck, there is no greater glory than the glory of combat. Those seeking it should take on the almighty Tztok-Jad within the fight cave. Incidentally, there is also glory in inevitable and painful death. Just something to keep in mind. So that's a very old one. You can see there it was added in 2005. Although the God Wars ones is a bit weird how it said 2013, because technically that was released in the game 2007. And next was 2011, I believe. Tzkal-Zuk, 2017. Deep below the Tsar city of Moirek, a place of ancient power can be found. However, that's not the only thing found in this inferno. It is also the prison of Tzkal-Zuk, a mysterious being of unimaginable might and cruelty. Just to let you know, any RuneScape people who might not know if they haven't played the game in a long time, this is actually the harder version of Jad sort of fight caves, fight type mini game thing, where it's safe to die in there. I think even if you're an Iron Man, but the problem being, Ultimate or whatever they call those Iron Men, but the problem being that it's a much more intense fight and goes much longer if you don't have sort of good gear for it, DPS sort of check thing. But yeah, this has been in the game for a while now, that one. Verzik Vitur, part of the Raids 2. The formidable head of the Vitur family, Verzik was one of the many vampires who served Lord Draken in his conquest of Halaval. As thanks for her support, she was granted the castle of Versinhaza, where she built the Theatre of Blood. So the Raids 1 boss here, Great Olm. Being overthrown and exiled would likely mark the end of most rulers, but not for Xeric. Following his defeat, he delved deep below Mount Quidmortem in search of a forgotten power. Unfortunately for him, this forgotten power also had a forgotten guardian, the Great Olm. The Wardens. In war, great weapons can turn the tide against even the strongest foes. 2 such weapons were long hidden within the tombs of Osmomenton, but to no secret remains hidden forever. These 2 powerful Order Maidens were eventually found and corrupted by a Muscat the Devourer, So it's 2022, the Raid 3. Chaos Elemental, keeping with the old school theme. This is a boss from 2006, and it famously dropped the Dragon 2-handed sword, which was super rare. At the time, I think it went for a lot of money when it first was released, possibly even being traded for things such as like Santa hats and that kind of deal. Deep within the wilderness, a mysterious being of pure chaos can be found. What it is and where it comes from are unknown, but this unstable elemental has been responsible for the deaths of many an unwitting adventurer. Fun fact about that boss that a lot of people know, you have full inventory, and it's got to be things where you don't lose an inventory space, otherwise it will teleport you, which is super annoying. Vedion. In life, Vedion was a faithful servant of Zamorak. In reward for his service, he was granted a lavish tomb in the area now known as the Wilderness. However, for reasons unknown, Vedion does not rest. He fights in death and it just as preciously as he did in life. That's a Wilderness boss. Another Wilderness boss here, we have Venenatis. Beneath the Wilderness, a nest of Venenatis can be found. Her family is supposedly the last of their kind, and this giant spider will protect them in any way she can. Callisto, another wildy boss. Deep in the wilderness, a great bear larger than any other roams free. How Callisto came to be of such gargantuan proportions is unknown, but it will surely take more than mere bulk of a bold adventuress to subdue him. Sorry. Kalphite Queen. Very, very old boss, 2004. I thought it was even... Wow, I thought that was 2005 that boss was released. Huh. It must have been 2004. Anyway, point is, this boss dropped famously the dragon. Actually, no, I should say the Chaos Elemental. Yes, it did drop the two-hander. This Kalphite Queen boss dropped the two-hander and the dragon chain body, which is what I'm getting confused with. That was such a rare item back in the day. It was literally being traded for things like Santa hats, Halloween masks, and possibly even people that were very, when it was first released, probably party hats, because this item was so rare. There was not even any in game for a long time, until there was some lucky people. Obviously, you could use Verzik in 2005, which became easy to get them. So they're probably going trading for Santa hat sort of prices around then. But yeah, 2004, different kettle of fish, no barrows, very hard to kill, group of people, so you had to split the drop. Or, you know, the person got lucky and just kept it. Anyway, continuing on, legend claims the Kalphite were created by Cerberus himself. Though scientists dispute this, what can't be denied is that they are the largest insects found in the Caridian desert, with their queen being the deadliest of their kind. King Black Dragon, this is a super old boss from RuneScape Classic 2002, so probably like one of the oldest bosses, no doubt. Like the rest of his kind, the King Black Dragon is a creation of the mysterious Dragonkin, and legend says he was among the first dragons ever created. Unlike the rest of his kind, however, the benefits from 2 extra heads all the better to smite you with. Giant Mole, this is another pretty old school boss. So 2006 it was released, and it was like a boss that was like friendly to noobs that could kill it, and a lot of YouTube videos back in like 2006 were released with noobs killing it, because it was quite an easy boss to do that for. So this would be like the equivalent these days in old school, probably, of like killing, well, the giant mole probably. The gardeners of Falador Park take great pride in their work, but sometimes pride can go a little too far. In one such case, this led to an unfortunate mishap with a bottle of Malignius Mortifies Super Ultra Flora Growth Potion. The giant mole was the result. There you go. I didn't even know that. Did anyone know that? That's crazy. So an actual growth potion created the giant mole. Here we go. We're getting into some of the newer old school RuneScape creations. So this was one of the first bosses created by old school RuneScape development team. That was actually its own old school thing. So very cool for the game. 2015, a long time ago. Deep within the poison wastes, the villagers of Zulandra devote their lives to their supposed god Zulrah. The true origin of this being is shrouded as a mystery. Some claim it to be a Dragon King creation, while others consider it a serpent warped by the poisonous swamp. There you go. Another boss that was created for RuneScape, and I think RS3 finally has copied old school. Oh, that was a door opening. So yeah, Vorkath. So in the Dragonkin language, Vorkath translates to pathetic failure. That may be true to the Dragonkin, but don't let it fool you. To any adventurer braving the island of Ungil, this undead dragon is in fact quite formidable. So that's 2018. So yeah, 3 years after Zulrah. Oh, excuse me, just coughing up a lung. So this is a corrupted Hunllef, year 2019. So this boss, actually, this is obviously another old school RuneScape boss. I'm pretty certain RuneScape 3, I don't know if we copied or they copied, I can't remember. But anyway, this boss is quite formidable, the corrupted Hunllef to kill in the corrupted gauntlet. The elves of Prifidinus are all too aware that peace is fragile. To ensure they are constantly prepared for any danger, they test themselves against crystalline automations. The Hunllef, based on a creature from their homeworld, is the toughest test of them all. Phantom Muspah. This is a very new boss, 2023. Legend tells of a strange, nightmarish creature known as Muspah. If the legends are true or not, few can say. However, there are certainly those with the power to turn nightmares into reality. Alchemical Hydra. Within the sulfur volcano of Mount Carelm, the Alchemical Hydra lurks. This multi-headed beast was created long ago by an unknown dragonkin, but their grotesque experiment was abandoned. Now it's your problem. So that's one of the Slayer creatures. Another Slayer creature, Cerberus. For the dearly departed of this world, the journey down the river of souls can be a perilous one. Against her will, Cerberus has been bound to guard the river, ensuring the safety of the passengers travelling its dark waters. So it's 2015, that one, so 4 years earlier than the Alchemical Hydra. Oh, I was wrong about King Black Dragon. Well, technically not if we count in quest bosses as different, but this was actually the first boss, big sort of boss to grace us in the Dragon Slayer quest. So Elvarg, 2001, one of the earliest bosses in RuneScape Classic. The island of Graador was once a thriving nation, but all that changed when one curious adventurer delved a little too deep. In the caves below the island, they awoke the dragon Elvarg. Now the people of Graador live in fear of annihilation by flame and claw. Another quest boss, so we must be doing the quest ones here. This was for Song of the Elves, this one, Fragment of Seren. Adored by her elven followers, Seren was a goddess of peace and harmony. However, the brightest light casts the darkest shadow, and the Temple of Light hides a terrible truth about this crystalline divinity. This was the boss you had to kill in the quest to eventually be able to do the gauntlet, so they're both attached. Galvek, this boss was to do with the Vorkath boss. This was a quest boss though, you had to kill. 2018. During the Fourth Age, humanity found themselves locked in a bloody conflict with the Dragonkin. The wrathful Zorgoth, determined to eradicate humanity once and for all, created Galvek to be his ultimate weapon. Xamphur, I don't remember that quest, but 2021, of all Xeric's followers, few are more powerful than Xamphur. Like Xeric himself, Xamphur cheated death hundreds of years ago. Now he secretly plots the return of his master. Vanstrom Klause, 2005, very old boss, this one. The powerful vampire henchman of Lord... actually, was that a boss? Must have been. Lord Draken. The name Vanstrom Klause is uttered with fear by all unfortunate enough to have to speak it, especially those among the ranks of the Mirku. Rabbit, this is a boss in the Elven lands. It's got very high HP, even for its combat level only being 2. So 2019 that was. The world of Glenor is home to many deadly creatures, but in a cave near Prifdinus, a creature unlike any other reveals itself. Don't be fooled by its fluffy demeanour. Your may quickly turn to a ah! Evil Chicken, 2005. The true origin of the Evil Chicken is unknown. Some say it was created during a ritual gone wrong. Others claim it is simply a normal chicken, fortified by a grueling regime of squats and deadlifts. Regardless of the truth, there's no chicken more foul. That's a pretty cool one. And yeah, so that's it, guys. And it does have a card here saying that releasing in 2024 is RuneScape Kingdoms, Shadow of Elvarg. It is one of the board games coming out that was crowdfunded, I believe. Explore the sometimes epic, often irreverent fantasy world of Glenor in RuneScape Kingdoms Shadow of Elvarg, a co-op board game for 1 to 5 players. Quest, skill, meet memorable NPCs, slay mighty monsters, craft awesome gear, get distracted by side quests and become the scaper you want to be. The fate of Glenor is in your hands, literally. So yeah, that's one of the board games coming out. I think I was part of the crowdfunding. I'm not massive into board games, but I did need a board game since my wife always wants me to play Cluedo and Life. I think a game about life, which makes me go nuts. The only game I enjoy playing technically is the Cards Against Humanity on the Source. But yeah, anyway, that's for another day, that story. So that's basically it. Yeah, I mean, if you thought that was pretty cool, let me know in the comments. Please like, subscribe for more videos. This is a different sort of video. I wanted to do this because I've been waiting for this product for some time now. So yeah.
Thank you for watching, you absolute legends.